Jyoti ji, thank you so much for that. Being aware when I'm not. God bless your hearts. Those who think about others. दिल से दुआ निकलती है. That's spirituality. You think more than yourself. You think how it should benefit others. All these things matter. Because how you want to serve others, you want others to be happy. Divinity will gift you with that. That which you have in your heart. Deep in your heart, you will get that. That's the blessing, that's the grace. You must cultivate such things. Very few of people can think of others, of sharing. Sharing is a gift that comes by grace, and it has tremendous blessings. The act of sharing. Sharing can happen only when you are caring. If you are not caring, you cannot be sharing. You don't care, you don't share. Anything. संकुचित हो जाता है, आदमी selfish हो जाता है. Only for me. I'm telling you, wherever I get opportunity, I talk that. That only is spirituality. You must move away from this limited zone, me, mine. अपना काम हो गया, निकल पड़ो. You cannot dodge this because the law of karma boomerangs and come back. The whole universe will say जितना देना है इसको दे के हट जाओ. It will not shower on you. It will sprinkle. छींटे उड़ा के निकल जाएगा. क्योंकि हम भी छींटे उड़ाते हैं. थोड़ा इधर उधर दे दिया. वो प्लेट रखते हैं ना, मैंने देखा है. मेरे फ्रेंड के घर गया था. I was once in my friend's house. So he used to take water in his hand and rotate it around the plate. And कभी कभी ऐसे छींटे उड़ा देता था. I said, what is that? वो पितरों के लिए. अरे वाह, तुम तो पूरा वो ढकार भी नहीं जाओ खा के. Everything you are just going to swallow there. और उनके लिए एक छींटे. Our attitudes only are like this. पितरों को भी why we give respect? So that they don't trouble us. उधर भी मतलब ही है इंसान. प्रेम वेम किसी को नहीं. वो सब नौटंकी है. It's all drama. And I'm telling unconditional love. It should flow for others. When you go into that zone, you don't need all these chite marna formalities. Because by heart, you are generous. You cannot think of anybody's. Because you are automatically thinking of others only all the time. You're not self-centered. Self with a small s. Myself-centered. You should be centered in the big S, self. Abide in the self, center in yourself. Then when you abide in the self, you can think about others. But if you abide in the small self, you think only about yourself. Sankuchit ho jata hai. And the moment you become limited, all the results that have to come to you also will be limited. Simple funda, it isn't give and take because everything is a vibration, frequency. You cannot hide this. You might even say, no, I'm not like that. I did, मेरा भाव ये था. भाव देखो भाई. भाव भाई नहीं देखेगा या बहन नहीं देखेगा. भाव यूनिवर्स देखता. It knows. Anyways, I'm telling this because I on the recording late. I think 10 minutes past. So those who are hearing the recording, I was telling for that only. Because sometimes I forget. Sometimes today I didn't keep a reminder. Usually reminder of that after 5 minutes. So many of us, many of the people here remind actually. All those who are listening to recording is the blessings most of the time of many people who remind. I forget most of the time. They tell by a recording. Because there are regularly at least 20 people who see the recording. And some of them are very dependent because their time zones are so horrible and so different. Or they are at work, they send me message before only. I'm at work, please send me this, please send me that. Especially the US timings are a little odd, but sometimes people say most of the time they cannot. In the webinar, also one of them sat from New Jersey, I think, whole night awake, late at night. Those who wanted will do it. But what I'm trying to tell is it's important to many people. And I know how important it is. So when you even remind me of that, you don't know what my heart says. Bless, just blesses. Not that my blessings will do something. The universe also blesses. Those people bless. They're indirectly. They're higher self. Because we do not know in what video, in what there's some message somewhere, something happens. Most of the time it happens. Something which is needed for people it reaches. Some retreats, some webinars, especially when they need it timely, they get it. So we cannot understand. It's the play of conscious. What's happening? We are just part of the drama, but everything is important. Everything is going by its play. Yeah. So I was saying, think larger than yourself. You will have little time to grumble about yourself. All those who complain and complain and complain, right now become aware and see. Your whole attention is on yourself. Selfish self. That's it. It's just thinking about me, 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 me. Think about it and see. I am telling if you go the other way around, stop thinking about others, start thinking of the world. Try doing it. You will have no time to sit with this me. That is why for such people, seva is the ultimate purpose. Great sadhana means service to mankind. Why service to mankind? It says it kills the ego. How does it kill the ego? This only. Because if you don't look outside, you're looking at this ego and nourishing this ego all the time. मैं मेरा मैं मेरा पूरा दुखी. The person who's dukhi, do you think they think about others? Think about it. All the time thinking about me only. Those who suffer. Especially those who suffer in the mind. The thoughts are all about them only. Self-centered. And that manifests into physical disease. What did I tell you? It's a vibration. What vibration you send out, you simply get it back. Then your body suffers. First your mind suffers, then your body suffers. What is this? I only have brought that influence. Then now you will say, no, no, no. How can I bring this? I didn't do anything. Nothing I did. I don't step out of the house only. What wrong karma can I do to anybody? If you don't step out of this house, you will do every karma here. You don't have to go leave your room also. You can sit there and create the greatest crimes in your head. Send out those kind of keep lashing at people. Life will lash you. Keep cursing people and see what will happen. Continuously. इसको गाली दो उसको गाली दो ये कंटिन्यूसली बोलते रहो ये ऐसा है वो ऐसा है. See what will happen. Your thoughts will act like a devil and haunt you. They will whip you. Your own thoughts will whip you. And that suffering mind manifests the suffering body. That's what I'm telling you. Spirituality is very simple. Live a very simple life. Think more about others. If you can't think about others, human beings, start thinking about the plants or animals. You look at the people who do animal services or nature services. Full time they are in that. Morning they will get up and they'll think, where are my cats? Where are my dogs? Where are my snakes? Where are my rabbits? Where are the birds? Morning they'll start. ग्रेन्स इकट्ठा करना है वो करना है ये करना है इनको वहां डालना है उनको खाना देना है ये सुबह हैव टू गो सम पीपल बिगिन at 5 o'clock. I remember I had a friend in Mumbai. She is not here now. पहले she used to be in the satsangs. Animal lover, totally. Our day would start early morning. I've been to their house also, and I've seen them doing it. Nothing doing. Who comes over? One routine that will not stop. Get up in the morning, early morning, before dark, before light. What they do? She takes huge vessels in her kitchen and she cooks mutton and things like that. She doesn't eat. She'll cook fish and mutton and this and that. Or at night she will do and keep. And early morning, 5:30 बजे, 4:30, 5 बजे के आसपास. She'll go. So all that mutton and feed the stray dogs there. And while coming, she'll bring fishes. और घर में बिल्लियां हैं. She'll give them some. She doesn't eat any non. First, I felt like disgusting. What is this? Then I looked at that heart. Oh my God. It's like God, angel. Hardly time to complain of anything. I'm so tired, whole day running around doing this, that. Can't sit idly also. Sometimes sitting, one call comes. What happened? You got to come here in this location. Where? Oh, 25, 30 kilometers. And Mumbai traveling is not easy. Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, what happened? Hey, it's an emergency. We'll talk later. Gone. And later we come to know. One car ran over some dog's leg. They've gone to attend to that dog. These are angels. And I look at their life, nothing to complain, nothing to. ऐसा नहीं कि उनके लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम. She is full of problems. बचपन से लेके this, that, all issues are there. Her mother was ailing that time. Father was not proper that time. So much of things to complain, but no time. Still a loving heart, always smiling, always ready to go and help. We must learn from such people. These people are so selfless because they are not selfish. They don't think about themselves. And hardly she earns anything. She literally blows up her whole salary in that. Who can do this? I don't think even I can do that. But I'm telling you, रात को चैन की नींद सोते हैं. शरीर में एक डिजीज नहीं. प्रसन्न चित्त. What do we learn from this? The more you give your life to things, but we want to give to others, we'll keep calculation also. आज इतना किया उतना किया, so that after 6 months we can ask that God, what did you give me? I did so much for everybody. ये घर पे ही इतना करते, इतना ढिंडोरा पीटते. I have to do so much for my family, get up for my children, run around here, there. My husband, they go and come. Or my wife, I work all day in the office and I come back and इतना ढिंडोरा किसने बनाया है कुटुंब? Who brought it up? You only brought it up. So what is there to complain? That's what I'm telling you. We have all entered into this earth to play some games and we got stuck up somewhere. And if we keep brooding there, what's the point? So I can tell you once, twice, thrice, 10 times, 50 times. I cannot keep on repeating this for lifelong. Either you are a fool or I am a fool. You are a fool because you don't understand. I am a fool because I'm trying to make you understand. Either of it. Both are fools otherwise. So when I ask for feedbacks, I'm not asking for your complaints. I'm not asking for some great miracles. Simple char line, 4 words. How did this touch your life? That's all. Touch your life means if you keep crying, then it has not touched you, it has poked you. Don't sit for webinars then. It is poking you. It is not touching your life. It is poking you badly. After every webinar, we want to cry. Whom are we complaining to? With this complaining attitude, do you think anything great you are going to attract in life? Because nature is out there. Day and night, this only. And I tell, breathe. So many times I tell, breathe. Look and count your blessings in life. We are all dumb idiots. I'm telling you, if you calculate your blessings, you'll see it outnumbers your problems. But our attention is not there. वो जो चार चीजें नहीं मिली है, वो four things which I have not got in life, four major things. I'll screw up the 400 things I've got in life. Who cares? But that's four things. So the Mahishasura is very strong. So that four things, what energy you invest in, that four things only multiplies into your 400 sooner or later. Understand the principles of this mind and the powers of your mind. Those who understand the power of their mind will dare they think negative. They cannot dare think it because they know अपने पैरों पे कुल्हाड़ी मारा ऐसा. It's suicide. So those are ignorantly can do that continuously. I don't say you'll not feel bad or something. You feel bad. But if you keep on brooding and not your awareness is not rising and seeing, I am creating problem if I continue with this. If you can't catch and snap out of it, if you can't snap out of it, then find alternatives. Seva karo. Go and do seva. Find out some alternatives. दुनिया की नहीं कर सकते तो खुद की सेवा करो. जाओ पेंटिंग बनाओ, पोएट्री लिखो. So mind intellect will be little praised and happy. Find out ways. Everything works. जो काम करे उसको. So what are we trying? We are trying to understand how life works and simply fixing it. How life works, not the way I want it. I don't care how the life works. I will fix it in my way. You will fail very badly. You have to find out ways, the mysteries of life, mysteries of the mind, and then attune to that and work on that. That is why we are learning so much. That is why what is the use of all these satsangs? We are trying to understand what probably we do not understand. Just like that, we are trying to understand by somebody. No problem. You take help from somebody. You understand things. But your focus should be on understanding yourself. Nothing else. और कोई चीज में इंटरेस्ट लेने की जरूरत नहीं. Don't take interest in anything else. Make your life better. That's all. Every day evolve. Don't be impatient because you sat for one satsang or you went to some holy place or did something. Everything is your life. Everything your God is going to come and brush you up. ये false notion छोड़ दो पहले. Some false notion is there where you think you are doing some practice and suddenly now I expect changes. Bullshit. Clear that wrong idea first. Those who are on the path and who say, I don't care how much time it takes, I'm going to persist. Not persist because some janma I'll get or something like that. I want to persist and be free right now. I'm not here to change my life 180 degrees and bring heaven on earth. This is all crap talks. What is heaven on earth? When you remain unaffected in your hell, that is heaven. It is not about removing hell from your life. It is being in the hell, but not being affected by it. So study that. How to be free from whatever your circumstances is. You are trying to change your circumstances and you will fail very badly. Why do you think you can change their circumstances like that? If that was their law of karma, wouldn't have worked. Anybody can do anything and they just change their circumstances. एक फूक मारो सब change हो गया. एक फूक मारो, everybody is smiling around. Nobody is giving you trouble. All nice, goody people. एक फूक मारो, your angry or selfish husband or angry selfish wife will suddenly become very loving to you and full attention to you. एक फूक मारो, सारे बच्चे आपकी बातें सुनेंगे, हाँ मम्मा हाँ पापा यही करते रहेंगे. Everything, your life changes and then you are like in glory. Finally I have attained liberation, spirituality में रंग आया. ऐसा कभी नहीं होने वाला. You look at all the enlightened beings, do you think they have changed their circumstances? You look at their circumstances. Sometimes I see even the enlightened beings are more in a more pathetic condition than you. I've seen this. Sometimes when I've looked into some spiritual enlightened beings' life, I say, I'm glad I'm not there. I'm glad I don't want that kind of situation. Baapre. How they manage through that, God only knows. If you compare and see, your life is like a blessing. Check out on those things. I tell you, no. Look at people who are lesser privileged than you. You'll feel humble. You'll feel like thanking God. Thank you. Whenever you look at something and you say, oh, how horrible, then compare. You will simply say, oh God, thank you so much. I didn't have that kind of a problem. Do it repeatedly. Wherever you go, look at all the things who are lower privileged than you. But हमारा मन उधर नहीं जाता, हमारा higher में जाता. And that guy, how he's roaming freely. Look at this person, how nice and happy and wealthy. Look at this person, no disease at all. And look at me, I have some illness. And look at somebody who's struggling there in such kind of horrible situations. Here only, if I tell in the group only, how many people are suffering, what, and we all don't know. I know everybody's life, what's happening here. So when I compare and see, I see some people grumbling. I said, "एक चपाटा मारो और दिखाऊं, अरे यार, look at the people around, the way people are going through that, and there they are struggling and they're smiling, and they send a thank you note. I know how hell their life is, and they send a thank you note. Today's webinar was so beautiful. I felt so relief. I felt relaxed. I felt disconnected. I felt this hope. I felt this reassuring assurance rising in me. I felt this energy surge. I know I'm protected. I know. अरे ये हुआ बात. And there, some little problems in life. Cursing and cursing and cursing. Look at these two people. Mindset. This has so much of problem. This has little problems. But those have so much of problem. Their mindset is different. स्वर्ग बना लिया नरक में भी, और ये स्वर्ग में भी नरक बना दिया. So when I look, that's why I speak, because I see from all these angles how people are living lives and how what all is going through and the challenges that they face. Compare my life, other lives, people here life who interact with me constantly, the challenges that they have. But most of them I see this. They are simply brooding for no reason. Their worries are useless. Some people have everything in life and they are simply worried. मोक्ष कब होगा, एनलाइटमेंट कब होगा, मुझे यही चिंता लगी रहती है. लो, कुछ नहीं मिला तो एक मोक्ष का चिंता मिल गया. Stupidity, this is heights of stupidity. You will turn back and look, everything God has given. Oh my God, you should be celebrating. This is your mukti. I got mukti now. I'm free. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying this life. I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy means what? Not that everything becomes conducive for me. No, I want to enjoy life the way it is. I want to enjoy that laughter. I want to enjoy that cry. You can enjoy your crying. If you rise above your crying, you'll laugh at your crying. I have told you many times this. Because that habit will change. The way you look at life will change. And you'll simply not give a damn to these things. that your mind is troubling with. It's your mind that is troubling, not people, places, things. Understand this. I have seen people who are living in dire circumstances where not a single person is supportive in their family. They don't even have finance, and they don't even have any kind of support. And that person is battling for life with a deadly disease. No one around. And a female. Yet no complaints. There were complaints. If I compare her to what she was 3 years back, 2 years back, everything has changed. Attitude has changed. Perspective has changed. And look on the other side. My God. That's what I'm telling. Compare and look at this world. You on the TV and look at what's going on in Palestine and Israel and all those places. You'll come to know. If your heart doesn't beat, then you're not a human. Then, if you look at that, when you look at that, you can only be thankful so much to God that I don't have that kind of a condition. My people don't have that kind of a condition. Look at the children. I was watching just half an hour. I would burst into tears. I don't see it mostly. I can't see it fully. A small girl, I think 7, 8 year old girl. She's carrying another sister, fully upside down. She can't even carry that. That other girl might be 5 years old. And a man stops and they're only in Palestine. Where are you going? And she has no tooth, one tooth also. She's so small. And she's tired and she's saying, I'm carrying my sister. Yeah, I can see that. But where are you going? Oh, a car hit her and the feet is wounded. She has tied some bandage. कपड़ा बांधा है छोटी बच्ची के पाँव में and वो लटक पड़ी है because her two legs are hanging like this and she is literally her head is down that little child and she has held her legs and the man said you look so tired. She said I've been walking with her for 1 hour and they help her in the car to go. Where are you going? I'm going to my tent. Where in the tent? We live in the tent. Where are your parents? Nobody there. Look at this. I mean, you can't take that. Such small lives, so much challenges, and still there is no grief on the face. There is no self-pity on the face. When we look at these things, we should get embarrassed. What are we sitting crying for? What are we crying for? Petty things. It might be great things, but you compare and see it will be petty. Look at this condition. What if you were in that state? How would you handle? There's an injured small somebody in your family, and you are so tiny, and nobody dependent on. You're just walking on some road, some stranger dropping you here and there. You live in some tent. What life, what future, and what do we worry about our future here? What kind of worries are ours? You'll feel embarrassed. You'll humble down. Your crying will go. You cannot cry for yourself. That's why I'm saying look out. Check out. You'll stop crying for yourself. You're crying for yourself because you shut down the windows and doors and you're only brooding this Mahishasura so much. Start serving people. And you don't have to do bandaras. Because then that brooding mind will start saying, where do I have money now? Where will I go to get that now? This is only my big problem now. Where to do bandara? Where to serve the food for others? I am only thinking about my food. It can be petty things. Like I started with like somebody said, "Yeah, recording on." Oh yeah, सबसे बड़ी सेवा. Have a heart that thinks about others. You don't even have to do anything. Let it constantly think, how can I benefit others? How can whatever I do in this life benefit others? Whatever I do, जीना ये हो जाए, सफल हो जाए. Okay, भले ही मैं unsuccessful हुए. I have not done anything in life. I didn't achieve anything great. I didn't live up to my parents. I didn't live up to my family. I didn't live up to my qualifications. I got married and I'm stuck in some corner of the house and breeding children and growing them. Or I got stuck up and slogging for my whole family day and night, working for them, and who cares a damn about me? Whatever it is. All these will seem very, very petty when you start thinking about it. I've been successful in all this place. Not a successful wife, not a successful husband, not a successful father, not a successful mother, or not successful child. Not successful or not to the expectation of others what it is, or not to my own satisfaction or expectation. I have not been successful. Then be successful in this. You can succeed in this. भाव सुधारने से you can be a very successful person from inside. Be successful from your nature, from intentions. Forget about what these expectation of others or your own ego expectation. Bhul with no expectation. Just I'm telling you some sutras. If you like it, you take it. Otherwise, just ditch it off. I'm just telling you, just make your life in such a way that how can I be beneficial to anybody? You don't have to save the planet, but as long as I'm breathing, as long as I'm living, how can I be beneficial to others when I'm walking on the road? Let your attention and awareness be, how can I help? How can I be of service to others? Don't put your money, don't put your name, don't put your energy. Nothing is needed. Your bhav is enough. And that can have tremendous sparks. You're passing by and you're seeing a hand struggling, stuck up somewhere. Your nature is you'll go and try to relieve it, help it out, and move. That's all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about doing some great philanthropy. Your nature should become, how can this life be beneficial to life around? I'm telling you, by the end of life, you'll feel, Gina, successful ho gaya. I've succeeded in living life. You'll never have guilt of, I've not been unsuccessful. Who feels? Who's always in that ego? Self victim, self pity. I've not succeeded. You get out of it and you start doing these things, you'll feel very successful. Glamour spirituality tells you have to be an achiever. You have to achieve abundance in life. You have to attract the best of relationships. You have to earn money. You have to have everything that you want in life. Be successful. Be an achiever. I have seen all these achievers are big losers. They achieve everything in the world, but by the end of the day, they sit in their room corner and cry. क्या फायदा ऐसे achievers का? Achievement का fake. It's all fake. Your achievement is when you help others achieve what they want to achieve, whatever they want. That's what my guru taught. If you help others get what they want, life will help you get what you want. Now, don't do it because of this deal. Oh, I'll get whatever, and so let me go. And गलत होगा intention तुम्हारा अंदर से आएगा ही नहीं. Inspiration. Whatever you do, will be doing business. You want to help somebody, there will be business. Camera रहेगा. I've done this. I will give it to your camera. लो मैं थैली 4 थैली दे रहा हूँ. लो फोटो ले लो. गरीबों को राशन बांट रहा हूँ मैं जाके. फोटो ले लो. I'm giving money. I'm giving help to the hospitals. Look at this. Click a photo. I'm donating so much money. Put it everywhere. It will become business. I'm not talking about that. Let even not your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You will find peace. Every day I'm telling you. I'm talking to those who are brooding all the time. Go out. When you get out, let your attention be, how can I serve this creation of God? When you start serving this creation of God, the creation starts serving you. Now, again, I'm telling you, don't do it because of this greed. You'll not succeed. Do it because your heart says. Do it because you feel, I must do this, is my duty. As a human being, I must do this. You look at people who are peaceful and centered and free, you'll always find them living for others. They will never live for themselves. Even if they're living for themselves, they have again vested interest to be there for others only. Even if somebody is taking care of themselves, it is to take care of others. You will be very successful if you do that. Or don't ask me, Bhaiya, will if I do that, will all my problems get sorted out? No. If I tell you no, and if you're still motivated to do it, then that's the spirit. If I tell you yes, and if you're motivated, then that's not going to work. It should be unconditional service, whether I get success, whether I don't get success. Who cares? I'm not doing it for success. I'm doing it because it gives me peace. See, it makes you godly. That's what we are trying to become here, right? We are trying to become God, right? Aham Brahmasmi. So cultivate the habits of Brahman. Hmm. Cultivate the habit of Shiva. For that, at least understand. That's why I study Shiva. Study the nature of Shiva. And then you can try to copy. Try to copy, no problem. Try to inculcate the goodness of your Ishta. Your children do that, right? You do it from your parents and elders. You look at them and you imbibe qualities. So here also you look at the higher tattvas of what you want to become exactly and copy it. Strive to copy. Slowly you will become that. But in the start, you can copy. You can say, I want to become like Shiva. You are Shiva, but in the start, you begin that way. I want to become. That's how everybody's journey begins, right? In the Dvaita. I want to become like Shiva. You look at Ishta and you want to become like that. You look at Hanuman, I want to become like that. Why you want to become like Hanuman? See, look at his love for his Ishta. Look at his serving attitude. Look at his humbleness. Despite everything, he's humble. And look at his readiness to only serve, 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 serve. Without any ounce of this. Look at his bhakti, devotion. That is why these tattvas are there for you. They are not here to garland them and break coconuts in front of them. All these tattvas are to show us our possibilities that I can become Hanuman. When Hanuman is in front of us, he's trying to show that you have the possibility of becoming Hanuman. He's not telling build temples for me and you worship me. That we do out of our bhava, that is different. Our devotion. But that's not the intent. If you look at all the gods, we are all the gods. Why? Because if I am Shiva, Shivoham, from Shiva everything has come in. If I am Brahman, everything has come out from here. So won't I have the qualities of all that? So somewhere I am Hanuman, somewhere I am Lakshman, somewhere I am Sita. Everything qualities, somewhere I am Ram. All these qualities are there. Somewhere I am Kaikai also. Somewhere I am Pandavas, somewhere I am Kauravas, somewhere I am Krishna also. Everything, Mahabharata, Ramayana is all in us. So that's the purpose of looking at anybody higher. If you look at anybody higher than you, and you get inspired. And why are you getting inspired? Why are you following that Ishta or that being? Because you want to become like that. Then imbibe the qualities, focus on the qualities. See, when it comes to God, you don't look at anything that is wrong, right? You look at only the right things. Hanuman could have done wrong. See, if you sit and calculate, there are a lot of wrongs he could have done in Ramayana. Oh, it could have been this way. It could have. I don't want to get into it. Vivad nahi karna hai. But there are possibilities. But do you think about it? You don't, because you are only overwhelmed by that great nature. You are only looking at that. See, people even criticize Ram. I've seen. Oh, Ram should have done this. Ram should have done that. Oh, yeah, I don't like him when he ditched his wife. Or he didn't care for his children. Things like that. So, do you mean Ram did only those two things? Even, let's say, that is not the real picture. But if I have understood that much. So, what do you want to say? You're disappointed with Ram because you see only those two things that he has not done. What about the rest of his life? So, where I focus on, I become happy or disappointed. And look at others. They will only look at, they don't even want to think of this. So, there is a possibility of everything, but you don't think of it. So when you look at anybody whom you are inspired with, you only look at the positive qualities there and imbibe that. That is how we slowly become that nature. See, spirituality is so simple. बताओ इसमें कौन सा बड़ा तपस्या करना है? You start living like this, you'll become free. That's it. Live for others. I think today's message is that. Live more for others. Live more than this. Forget about this. हो गया ना, जिंदगी भर इसको मेंटेन करते हैं. हाँ, चेहरे को सजाते हैं, पोशाक पहनाते हैं, अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े दो, वो दो, ये दो, खाना दो, टाइम टू टाइम, एंड सारा the enjoyment we have done. We have given everything to this body. Timely we have done it. Now why? Why can't we look at higher things than this now? Enough. जी लिया ना, क्या आप कितना जियोगे? मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये मन तुम्हारा तृप्त होगा ही नहीं. Your mind is never going to get satisfied. If you say no, 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 I have still some more years left and I have to make the best. You make the best. The end you will go atrupt only. Because this mind ego can never become happy. However achievement कुछ भी कर लो आप, whatever you do, you check it on, see, I'll guarantee you. So another 10 years or 20 years or 50 years you spend maintaining this, you will not be happy. So you are trying to achieve something that is not possible. And if you go unhappy, you're going to come with another body and same drama that is all going on all the time. So enough. You've given so much of attention to these things. How about giving attention to something that is deeper in this, subtle and sukshma? If you want to go subtle, look at the subtleties outside. Don't look at the gross things. Look at subtle outside. You will become subtle. If ध्यान पूरे gross gross things पे है all the time, all these complain ये सब क्या है? Gross things in life. So if your attention is on the gross, you become gross. If you look at the subtlety, you become subtle. Look at the goodness of everybody. Everything. Even the most worst person has something good in them. Guaranteed. Maybe you're upset at that time. Okay, fine. But that is also Shiva. Enjoying a drama in that negative role. You can't help it. Shiva Sutras, when you come close, you'll see it's all the same thing only going on. After all, it's that Shiva Tattva only. So whomever, whatever you blame, this or that or something like that, it is a more deluded being. So when you realize this, Would you like to pay attention then there? You will not pay much attention there. Though maybe you can't help it, but you will not pay so much of attention in agyanta, in ignorance. That culprit, no, now you're seeing the sukshma in that person. Something sukshma. When you look at the sukshma, your gross attention will start reducing. When your gross attention starts reducing, your grossness reduces. You become more subtle. See, just understand these basic, simple principles to live life. What all did we discuss today? We discussed about thinking more about others so that I think less about myself. Because ये इतना great नहीं है. इसको great बनाओ, ये रोता ही रहेगा. फूलते रहेगा या सिकुड़ते रहेगा. दोनों में से. दोनों में प्रॉब्लम. फूलना means you swell. I done this, I done that, or I don't do anything only. You shrink. Both are troublesome. Both are temporary. So think more about others. Develop this. नहीं है तो भी develop this nature. Forcefully you start. और एक संकल्प ले लो. एक make a will. This whole week or this whole month, I dedicate to only seeing what best I can do, and put one underline asterisk there. What best I can do, and not a soul should know about it. Not a soul should know about it. That's little difficult. See, there is where grace lies. I have always been telling what we are practicing here is going beyond gunas, even the sattva guna. So, like Upadesh Saram and all, if you understand, you'll see that don't give attention even to sattva, sattvic or divine, becoming holy, becoming doing good. It is beyond that, beyond all the gunatita. That is all good. That's very higher practice, but that you should reach there automatically. You can't do that directly. But in the start, become good. Because that is not an achievable state directly, gunatita. You must start. That is where the religions come handy. All the religions say, do good, punya karo, do good deeds so that you earn merits, punya. Now, on one level, we say, who cares about earning? Like Upadeshara, Shiva is coming and telling the rishis, you're doing punya and karma phala, you're getting good. And again, you're doing punya, you're stuck in that. That's good at that level, but first earn punyas. That's needed. I'm telling you, punyas support you in your papa, karma phala. When something negative is happening in life, something bad is like that time you need support system. That time ये बड़ा philosophy काम नहीं आएगा कि गुणातीत पुण्य किसको चाहिए. नहीं, पुण्य only helps you. I can vouch for this because I've seen in my life. मेरे ख्याल से दोनों भी almost बराबर के हिसाब से ही है. Powerful. Bad time, bad karma phala, sufferings, because I've suffered intensely from my childhood till maybe about 4 years back or 3 years back. I'm telling you, only these 3-4 years I'm breathing free, where I've been able to smile and relax and just relish life and look at do whatever I wanted to do and feel good about it. Till then, this mind, this ego was always in suffering in so many different ways. And where did the suffering come from? My own karma, my own records. So I had to go through that bhoga. But I'm telling you, many years back, like 20, 25 years, as I got awakened on this path and I was looking, these qualities were building in me. Sacrifice, serving others, genuinely. It came from inner nature. But I can see that generates a lot of grace in life. And that helps you in bad times. इसलिए कंगाल नहीं रहना. अच्छे काम करो जितना हो सके. How much possible do good works. It will come handy. So don't calculate. When it has to come, it will come handy. And you might say, I don't have opportunities to do good. I have limitations. I give you the sutra. It's not in those physicalities. Do things from my heart. कुछ नहीं तो prayer करो. There is no excuse. Sit in one corner every night, every day, morning, evening. Whenever you do finish your thing, finish always with prayer for others. Don't you see here? May we all be blessed, may we all evolve, may we all be free. सबके लिए है. End with that. सबका भला, सर्वत्र भला. Develop that kind of a nature. You think about others, pray for others. अब इसमें कहाँ है limitation? Think good about this world. Visualize, because you know we have done these webinars where attracting for the highest good. Okay? If you sit and just be in that vibration, things start changing in your life. You attract things eventually. How about thinking good about this world also? Seeing everybody is in full good health and all are rejoicing, all are at peace. What are you talking, भैया? ऐसा नहीं होता. You mean to say if I just keep thinking and visualizing, this whole world is going to change? अरे ये attitude की वजह से ही change नहीं होता. Because everybody thinks like this. But forget the world. ब्रह्मांड छोड़ो, पिंडांड में तो काम कर रहे हैं. There you have excuses. Oh, people are like that. Collective consciousness is like that. But here, check out on your life. So when you start vibrating and you start creating it in your life, it's happening in your life. It's manifesting. So like you, there are 8 billion people. If everybody thinks that way, but they don't think, that's none of your problem. You think and do what you have to do, because you will attract what you give out. Sooner or later. Some say, I've been doing this, nothing happens. That is because of your calculation. Calculative mind you got. Impatient, calculative mind. No, but somebody did it and I can see they're having a good time. Like, 2-3 years they did this and they're, I did for 20 years, nothing is happening. Because तुम्हारी पाप की गठरी ज्यादा है. Your demerits are full records में. उसका कम है. How can you compare two people? How do you know their records and your records? So it is not intelligent to calculate based on this. Never calculate. Never compare कि उनका हुआ है मेरा नहीं हुआ है. You don't know. And I'm telling you, कब पासा पलटेगा you don't. All this happens in a jiff. Even self-realization happens in a jiff. It is not like, you can see how I'm reaching. Only 5 more steps, only 2 more steps. ऐसा नहीं होता. उद्यमो भैरव means flash of awareness. Flash it is. तीव्र शक्तिपात, flash, in a jiff you are gone. You ask all the enlightened beings who have had self-realization experience. They didn't even announce कि उनको ये होने वाला है. Oh, I'm getting close. Tomorrow I'm going to have some experience. I've come close. Some are in their worst situation and then suddenly something happens. You don't know when that last thing drops. That last benchmark drops. And you're simply there. We don't know. So I think this is a good thing. Today's what we discussed. Clarity session to बाद में गया. I didn't ask anybody any questions, but I think all your questions should have been answered by now. When we are practicing awareness of being aware, and there is no thinking, no perceiving, attention collapse in itself. At other times, mind is still thinking about some work, so that means I am not abiding in the self. Yes. So does it's necessary? Is it necessary? So does it's necessary for abide thinking and perceiving drops or awareness there? समझ नहीं है. While being aware of this conversation, I reading this question as well. So I am still aware. इतना मत दिमाग लगाओ ये सब चीजों में. Awareness is not about analyzing. Awareness is not about calculation. Who cares? Who even cares what is the philosophy of awareness? ये philosophy में ज्यादा problem होता है. Be a little careful about this. Don't philosophize anything as much as possible. Keep it very simple. The most simplest philosophy here is to become aware, mind loses its grip. You cannot think at that time. You have to experiment and see. Whenever I'm 50% aware, 50% I have mind. I'm 80% aware, then 20% thoughts will be there. 95, 98% I'm aware, 2% thoughts will be there only. 100% I'm aware, you are blank. इतना ही experiment करो. Philosophize, experiment. Don't put any theory to this. Experiment and just see. Awareness more, mindless. Awareness top of full 100%, mind zero. Experiment and see this. And then based on this, live life. You'll get to know. Mind is the trouble, thought is the trouble. You'll simply understand what to do. Oh, I have thoughts, but it's not as more. Oh, you're okay with it? Yeah, I'm okay. Then fine. 10% thoughts I have, 90% awareness. Be okay with it. It's what you want. Because 10% sometimes thoughts are needed. Some people need 60% thoughts based on what they are supposed to do in this life, their soul agenda. It's about how you want. The day you feel, no, this is too much now. I want to withdraw. Only 20% enough. Thoughts or speech or action. Something. 80% you go into awareness 80%. 20% you will be in. That is 1%. Simple. उतना ही है. And whenever you feel like no, अभी मन नहीं कर रहा, अभी कुछ नहीं है. You feel I've done everything now. Nothing left to do. Make it 90%, 98%, whatever. However you feel. But भैया मन ही नहीं लगता. I cannot do only 90. I want to do 90%, but only 20% for awareness. Then 20% is what you're supposed to do. 80% is your thought because that many vrittis are there. That's your prarabdha that's running in that manner. So start becoming aware of that 80%. Start developing awareness in that 80%. Slowly you will see that 80% losing its grip. Just experiment on this thing only. That's all. So nobody says you shouldn't have thought at all. That's upon you. Whether you should have thought or you shouldn't have thought. Being aware of being aware. What is this? It's not so complicated. I'm aware of my presence, fully aware. So I'm aware right now that I am not this body, I'm not this nothing, nothing. I'm just this presence in this body. I'm aware. वहां तक तो है. Now suddenly who's becoming aware of this awareness? That's all. I am aware that I am the present, but who is this I? Who's aware of that? That's what being aware of. That's all. Experiment, however you want to experiment this simple thing. Who's the one who's becoming aware? कोई philosophy नहीं उसके अंदर. The moment you try to become aware of the one who is aware of this awareness, you will become blank. That's as simple as that. So we need to understand what is it. The moment you start thinking, what is this awareness? Who is this awareness? And what is this happening? What was I thinking about? You got into the mind. Without you knowing, you have slipped into the mind. So more you philosophize, more you start creating thoughts to define those states. You've gone into the mind, but you think it is awareness. बट उस समय सोच के देखो, फुल थॉट्स चल रहा है, अवेयरनेस पैरालिसिस चल रहा है. Simple it is. I have experienced that when getting aware of head, at the top of the head, it feels hot with full of vibrations. When getting aware of any other body part, I feel only vibrations. Is it because we are becoming aware? There is high energy at that place. Yes, I have explained this scientifically many times. Whenever, whatever you become aware of, their prana gets activated. We are full of prana. Prana is right now in my body, but it might not be active prana. It might be a deactivated prana. It's not. It's moving at its own unconscious level. The moment you become conscious of that prana, that energy, life force energy, it gets activated. It's like it wakes up. It's like excited. So right now, see, in your palms also there is prana, but it's not excited. You become aware of your palms. See what will happen. You'll start dancing. You'll start getting excited. It's becoming alive. Same on top of your head, wherever, whichever body part, whichever chakras. What I trying to point out there is how powerful is this awareness is life giver. So don't underestimate it. It's like your gas lighter. You have gas, you have the best of the stove, gas stoves, and best of chimneys, and everything is there. But without ignition, that ignition is awareness. Aglit giver, whenever you light. So it lights up. Yesterday's session also you saw. Sundays, last Sundays, it lights up. There is that part in us which, and last Sunday what we did is very deep. We have never gone to that level because I have told you always, because we are stuck in this gross and subtle awareness. There is awareness again, deeper, subtlest. For that, you have to become so minute. And you have to have interest in that to go that minute because God is in the minutest. You cannot achieve Him with this mind awareness, guaranteed. What we do, awareness, shifting into awareness, with this awareness, you cannot catch Him. Using this as a basic tool, there is steps going deeper. That is what we did. That is when that's the Murugan Tattva. Light is so sukshma in us. Like you activate your palm energies, in that energy there is a sukshma light form. You're trying to activate the light now. Right now you become aware, you will only see the prana. You cannot understand the light only in that. You cannot understand the light tattva in this energy. You might feel energy, but you do not know anything about that light. We are trying to penetrate into that light. That is the Shiva tattva which is there. And for that, you have to become ati sukshma. This energy, you have to become very sensitive. Wherever, jahan pe bhi aap daudoge, wahan pe sensation should happen. So first you do those practices, then you get deeper into that. And that is what we attempted. And it happened. This time, for the first time, it was like an initiation. Straight from Arunachala. We took the help of Lord Murugan, Lord Shiva. I normally don't do that. But this time, and that's why we assured that this light which has been activated, this grace of Murugan which has been activated, mind you, it will never leave you. Come what may. You might be overwhelmed with the mind, you might get more into samsara, you might play a little more drama around, but that light will chase you. It will it will not let you lose yourself. That assurance I felt on Sunday very strongly. That is what I conveyed. What else do we want then? We want that, right? Because we might forget, we might slip. That's the power of Guru Tattva. That's Guru Tattva. Murugan means Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva is not in a person that you're so fond of. We are still stuck in personalities. Those images, those what you have in your head about some person, it's not the Tattva we are talking about. And you can never understand this Murugan Tattva till you're in that. That light cannot fire within you till you are stuck with your images and concepts. So that a webinar may not be appealing to many with the way I wanted it to happen. Some of you got it, what it is. And only then Apo Deepa. Apo Deepa Bhava doesn't mean, oh, I have taken the images of my Guru and put it into my head. Now that Guru, that form, what I fancy is living in me. It's not at all. That's completely opposite direction of what I'm trying to explain. It's simply being aware that the light that is there in that external person and the light in me is the same. And now I have my full attention only on the light and nothing else. No other manifestation. After the light, there is a vibration. After the vibration, there is matter. Like matter, this as a vibration prana. In that prana, there is light. So first the light, then the vibration, then it becomes this matter hand. What you are fascinated is this matter. You keep talking and thinking and philosophizing and all these concepts you cannot get rid of. It's so deep in you. It's in your cells. You be interested in it. But I'm telling you, that's not what I'm trying to convey. Apodipava is not. It is ये जब भूलेंगे तभी वाइब्रेशन के बारे में आप सोचोगे. वाइब्रेशन को जब भूलेंगे फिर लाइट. Anyways, it's all on our maturity, how much we mature, how we walk on the path. We will be guided accordingly. Nobody can just jump there because I said it. But those who are ready will get what I'm trying to say. I will keep talking continuously. So people, instead of listening to me, they will come and show me all kind of photos. They're still photo people. I'm sending you luck. I'm sending you my guru's photo. I'm sending you the mandala's photo. You're still stuck in these things only. That is why I blast so much of Krishnamurti's and Ramana's so deep thoughts. Do you think they are talking on this level? Anyways, it is our own beliefs and condition. Mind is conditioned. It will not go very easily. But till these conditions and beliefs are completely eradicated, there is no freedom. Something will still dominate you. So again, lastly, we talked about thinking more about others. Then we talked about discipline. We started with that discipline thing, with that discipline and cunningness. Watching my own cunningness. You have to be very, very alert on that. If you miss that, you'll miss the whole thing. Whatever you do, उसमें दम नहीं रहेगा. You will keep on doing, but nothing will happen. So ultimately, it should come. The intellect should develop so much that I see all my cunningness, all my excuses, all my dodging, all the way. It comes back to that. So that is another. And then we talked about this, this light, not philosophizing. Do not think much about these practices. Simple practices, awareness, mind. Just see the equations, how they keep changing. That's all. The more you're in awareness, the more you're godly, more you're free. More you're in your mind, more you're in samsara, more you're stuck. That's all. Based on this, just experiment. Do not, again, I'm telling, philosophize anything. Don't add poetry to your thoughts. You'll get stuck. I don't want to listen to your poetry. I'm not interested. Because mind will keep fancying a lot of things. It will give more words. It will give more concepts. It will keep revolving in that nonsense only again and again. Get rid of it. You should become blank. Don't add words to it, and especially don't add beautiful words to it, because this tattva, what we are talking about, cannot be explained in more words, and it cannot be beautified. It's impossible to beautify it with words. Awareness is a topic, is a subject, is a tattva. You cannot put words to it. जितना words कम हो उतना अच्छा. So experiment with this. If awareness rises up, mind goes down. Words, poetry come from mind. So if awareness is very high, you cannot catch this, but you are experiencing it. So the least thing you can talk is about one experience of no experience. You can't. And there is blissfulness when you can't explain that experience, but you are still in complete peace and blankness. That only people try to explain in so many ways. But if explanation is coming more, then the mind is more, because mind needs a lot of stuff from your memories, from your intellect. It has to gather words, it has to put that thing into action. So be aware of all these things. Okay. And the more you try to put it into words, you can mess it up somewhere. One word might be here and there. Then somebody will point out, no, how can it be this? What you're telling? You said this. I don't think it's this. Then you will get into debates. It will go somewhere else only. So use as much as little words as possible. Go by experience. Experience. It's late. Some of you went to sleep also, I think. That's what I talk about discipline. And then when you start bringing discipline to your life, all this lethargy will go. And some I see, I can read some people like they come at 9 o'clock and they're staring. ये कब आएगा? ये आता क्यों नहीं जल्दी शुरू क्यों नहीं? There is no patience there. There is no understanding that there are a lot of things. मैं तो 5 minutes before 9 also I can come and start also. I wait for people. That's all. You wait for me. I wait for you. Because we think of everybody so that it comes. So you have to think larger. Okay, maybe people are not hidden. Okay, still people are now. Let them come. Poor thing. When I think about me, I'm waiting here. Patience, no patience. I've got a lot of work to. I've got to sleep. नींद आ रही है यार. ये कब बकवास बंद करेगा? जल्दी आके खत्म करके भैया थोड़ा जल्दी रखो ना 8 बजे. मुझे नींद आता है. कुछ नहीं होगा तुम्हारा spirituality. You have to have that passion. You have to make it like so active कि आपको अगर 2 बजे भी कोई उठा के बोले चलो let's talk about spirituality, you must come on, what's it? See, because life, it's the whole thing. This only is revolving inside this. The more you get into that, then there is no boredom. कहाँ नींद आई? कहाँ what is this? Anyways, whatever I tell, I still manage to put you all to sleep. चलो then. We'll end this today's session. I think I'll put this on YouTube. It's a good session. People will understand it better. Are we doing the same in Mantra Maheshwara webinar? Same, no, that's different. It's Pravani trying to do. I don't know this Sunday or next Sunday. Let's see. That's very deep, actually. That's completely Shiva Sutras and subjective awareness. Straight on knowing I am Shiva, everything is Shiva. What I just said, right? I am blaming somebody, this is happening, that is happening, but then who is behind that? It's the same tattva. Everything is Shiva, everything is that. That's not so easy. For that, we do all these things slowly, and then we move slowly into that subjectiveness. Then it becomes little easy to grasp. Now, see, that's how the plan goes. Why we did Epo Deepo, these are all step ins. I told you about vibrations, right? Matter, and what we have been doing till now is this vibration level. Now that light level, we are trying to get into that consciousness level. So Apo Deepo Bhava, if you practice, and we are having a follow up on Thursday, we'll deepen it again. It will help you now go deeper into our understanding Mantra Maheshwara. Everything is mantra. Anyways, we'll discuss that later. I'll let you know what is that also. Maybe in the preparatory we'll come to know what it is. And then if you're interested, you can do it. Do webinars as per your interest and in your inner calling. If you have inner calling, then that is meant for you. If you don't have a inner calling, it is not meant for you, or you are not ready yet, or whatever that is. We don't do it by the inner call, and everything will start moving in the right direction. When who is supposed to reach where, it will automatically take us there. But I'm delivering continuously from all down to up. I move in cyclic rhythms. Niche se we go up, and then again we come down and address all the lower things again. Again we go up deeper. It goes on going like this, like a cycle. You have to see, oh, if I have got it very much, and if I'm going to down, I don't need it. Okay. Then when it comes up, you catch that. But then when you are sometimes when it comes up and you scratch your head, you don't get it. That means you are supposed to do that other one also, the previous one, so that you get deeper. You didn't do it. So you have to. That's I leave it up to you. But I know how these things are like moving. And who am I will come when we are having close retreat time. So everybody in this journey who have done this will benefit surely if you are sincerely practicing those things in that periodic time. Like Sunday we did it. I don't know whether you did it on Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow also. 3 days if you have done, you will deepen it surely by Thursday. Very deep you'll go. Surely. But if you have not done it, and if you say chod, then nahi kiya, follow-up session, you're not getting the picture of what it is about. So it will remain that. Anyways, I will leave that up to you. Mantra will end it with a short prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudechyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Arunachal. Bye, guys.